Hey guys, it's Paul from Ashen Phoenix. It is New Comic Book Day for the week of July 10th. Did we decide on that? It's the 10th?
Well, it's the 11th.
It's the 11th. We're going to get started. Wow.
Who cares?
We've been doing this for 2 years now.
That's a long time.
2 years. You'd think we'd be able to get this right. But no, like every week I have to ask, and then I blank halfway through this opening monologue. And you see me, like, you see me almost kind of stroke out every now and then. And it's just like, it's weird. It shouldn't happen, but it does. Get started right now.
Shut up, Paul. Hey guys, Tim from Capes and Scales. I'm the comic book store, and I'm going to tell you about the trades that come out this week. We've got Superman Blue. I hated this. I'm sorry. We've got, it's in the 90s at its worst, Wasteland Compendium 2. It's this huge thing. I heard it's really good. I didn't read Wasteland, though. I'd be lying if I told you otherwise. Sleepless. Did you read Sleepless? Somebody read Sleepless. Sleepless, a lot of people are digging. We've got Despicable Deadpool. It's up to volume 3 already. That's kind of wild. We've got Dr. Aphra for you Star Wars fanatics. I've got World of Archie Digest for you Archie fanatics. And sometimes shit is real. I don't know anything about this, but it's got like a cool little charm to it. Blue Beetle still happens. This is Memoirs of a Very Stable Genius. This is by Shannon Wheeler. Did the art for God Is Disappointed in You and Too Much Coffee Man. Two things very near and dear to my heart. We've got All New Wolverine. This is the Old Woman Laura story. And I've got Old Man Logan to go with that. This is about the Scarlet Samurai. We have the Jetsons, which I reviewed issue 1 and I really liked it. Unique take on the Jetsons. We have Fear Agent. This is a Remender book from years ago getting reprinted that everybody loved. We've got Witchblade, which Paul loved. It's really good. Witchblade is pretty good. And now I've got Come Again. This is another book I have no idea about, but I was thumbing through it, and this looks amazing. So, you come in, thumb through it, and think it's amazing. That's it.
First up, we have a twofer from Kirkman, Robert Kirkman. He gave us Oblivion Song, but also he longed for the days before the internet ruining things and ruining all the surprises, and he also gave us another book that no one knew was coming out today called Die, Die, Die. And both of them are really good. Oblivion Song is, looks like it's going to be one of the close to the end of the arc. Nathan has finally found his brother, and things are not, it's not the heartwarming reunion that you think. Some of the people want to stay. People like the Oblivion, and it's not what his brother was expecting. And then things go from bad to worse, and they have to kind of cut their reunion short. And the government also is not happy with the whole thing. It's been a great series. I've been loving it so far. Then we have Die, 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 which is way different. It's kind of hard. It's kind of an Americanized James Bond on steroids. Picture what James Bond would be, or the organization that had James Bond if it was Americanized and just ultra violent. One of their spies has gone missing, and it's basically a lot of lead up to them picking up that spy and trying to find a way to get him back. And we are introduced very quickly. It's a very fast-paced book. Introduced to all the main characters, and I like it. It's an interesting book. It was something we weren't expecting to get because, again, there was nothing in the previews. There was nothing. It was literally like, and also if you read the end of the book, Kirkman talks about how he liked always going into the comic book store and being surprised. So, surprise! Die, Die, Die. Pick it up.
All right, guys. First up is a new Image book entitled Outpost Zero. This is a very cool story. It was very wordy, and I was very distracted while reading it. So, you know, they're going to get a couple plus points for that because my brain, I just couldn't wrap it around it, man. You ever have those days where you're like, man, this seems really great, and my brain is just not it's not buckled in for the ride, you know? But this was really good. It's about humanity is in this dome on what seems like a nice planet, whether it's our planet or not, I don't know. And they're embracing for potential disasters, different things that could threaten the dome. And it shows you a society where, you know, the teenagers, the 14, 13-year-olds, they have to work, and they're actually, some of them are high up in the organization. It's survival, people. If you like survival, like a whiteout kind of story, this might be for you. Maybe.
Next up, we have Titans, issue number 23. I'm off the Titans train. I like the book. It was decent. I mean, I'm not saying this was a bad book in any respect. I'm not saying this book was bad in any respect. It was decent. It's just that they've reshuffled the roster to just a bunch of people that I don't really care about. I liked the original Titans series without Beast Boy, without Raven, without a lot of the people that you typically see in the Teen Titans, and it just wasn't there. But they are dealing with the fallout of the... Stop.
You're not centered. Now you're centered. Go ahead. I'm helping. This is called directing.
We're dealing with the still the aftermath of the source wall breaking down, and the Titans are now a kind of a liaison between the Justice League and the public, basically handling all these new metas that are popping up, and how things go from there. It's decent. Like I said, I like the issue. There was nothing wrong with the writing. There was nothing wrong with the art. It's just I don't care about the story, or I don't care about the characters, just because I liked the original team for the first 20 some odd issues. But you should pick it up. This is a great jumping on point if you haven't read Titans and you want to read something good from Dan Abnett. So go pick it up.
Next up, we got Superman #1. Really good. Almost my pick of the week, but something else impressed me slightly more. But this is Bendis and Ivan Reis. Hey, it's that Ivan guy who draws really good. Really good story. Superman, after the Man of Steel miniseries, continues from there. If you didn't read that yet, here comes some spoilers. Things got bad. Superman can't find Lois or his son, and they are hidden from... He hid them away so they couldn't be hurt. He can't find them, but he's searching for them. Bendis writes Superman in a really fun way. Even if he's doing, more important things or violent things, it's his thought process is done very well. There's a little bit of action to it, but there's also really good moments, heartwarming moments. The Martian Manhunter shows up, and there's a great little dialogue between the two of them. This book is probably the Superman book you've wanted for a while. So check it out. Judge for yourself. It has a pretty cool ending. I think you'll enjoy it.
And my pick of the week, I couldn't like this book more. It is Amazing Spider-Man issue #1. Yes, another #1, but it doesn't matter because this is awesome. It is the first issue with Nick Spencer and one of my favorite artists, Ryan Ottley. Nick Spencer gets Spider-Man. Nothing against Dan Slott. I loved his series for a very long time. You don't have a book on one of the flagship storylines without being good at your job. He held on to that book for 10 years, which is unheard of in the comic industry. But the change to Nick Spencer is very refreshing. It fixes something that was probably one of Slott's worst detractors. Not going to spoil it for you. You get our classic Peter Parker. He is down and out. Everything has gone wrong. Everything that has happened in his life over the last 5 or 6 years is now coming back to bite him. But there's a ray of hope in this, and one of the last pages is heartwarming and amazing, and really brings the book around. You get to see some very classic Spider-Man villains, and I'm really excited in the direction of this is going to go. Like I said, I can't like this book anymore. I tried to giggle and tell Tim about it, and he yelled at me.
I did?
A lot.
Yes.
But yeah, this is definitely my favorite. This is my favorite book probably of the last month or so. And that's with tons of raving about Batman and Tom King. I am going to really enjoy Nick Spencer, and Ryan Ottley is doing something that I've wanted him to do for a long time, and he's wanted to do for a long time. He has loved Spider-Man for a very long time, and he was on one of my favorite books, Invincible, for 15 years. So hopefully we get that kind of run out of him, and if it's anything like the first issue, we get that kind of run out of Nick Spencer too, because this was an awesome book. Definitely pick this one up.
All right, people, it is time. It's time for my pick of the week, and it's Farmhand, #1 from Image. I am pretty sure this is the artist-writer from Chew, because it looks the same. If I was a better person, I would have looked it up to make sure. This is a story of a family. The son grew up, had his own family. He was estranged from his father. They had a falling out. And now he is taking his family to meet his father for the first time in a long time, where the kids don't really know their grandfather. And their grandfather is working on the family farm that's been in their family for generations. But it is interesting to note that he has discovered through STEM research, through STEM research, he has discovered a way to merge plant DNA with stem cells to create all new artificial limbs and to basically save everybody. It's interesting, it's weird, it looks awesome. There's a bush made out of scalps. All kinds of funny things happen in this book, but it's a very serious, realistic issue behind all the zaniness. It's really good. I mean, the fact that Gillory writes, draws, color's the one thing he didn't do. Alright, though. This guy's awesome. Check it out. If you want something weird that's fun, this is for you. Bro, why'd you walk away, bro? Why'd you walk away, bro? Why'd you walk away, bro? Bro.
This is
Bro.
Bro.
Why?
Well, I don't know why.
Why?
Bro.
Why, bro?
I don't know. We got a weird tangent there.
We did. Alright, it's the end of the video. Video thing here, video thing there. I heard a cool story the other day, and I don't know if it's true, but I'm going to pass it off like it is true. Did you ever hear the origin of Scooby-Doo?
No.
So, word on the street, the mean streets of Glassboro. I was told that the origins of Scooby-Doo, Hanna-Barbera went to the people who were in charge of Dobie Gillis, who was red hot at the time. They're like, Dobie Gillis, you rock. I want to make a cartoon about you. And he's like, no. You make cartoons out of Laurel and Hardy and all these other people, and they don't get paid jack. I won't do it. They're like, screw you, Dobie Gillis. I'll just put a dog in there, and nobody will know it's actually about you. And Shaggy is essentially Dobie Gillis, and Scooby is Scooby. And that's how it happened. I was told that. I don't know if it's true. I don't care, because it's a good story. And now you know my story. Now you go tell somebody who doesn't give two shits about it, and we'll just spread it like a virus of Scooby snacks. It'll be great, but fuck Scrappy-Doo.